What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Marketing Monday. In this week's video, we discuss how you're playing the short game in regards to customers and how it could be costing you customer lifetime value. You might have heard of this term. It's not new, but it's becoming increasingly popular in recent years, and for good reason. So we'll go ahead and throw 4 minutes on the clock, and I'll start it now. Customer lifetime value, or lifetime value, the LTV, is the average amount of money your customers will spend on your business over the entire life of your relationship. For instance, if a customer continues to buy products or services from your business for 10 years and spends $10 per year, his or her lifetime value is $100 minus any money you spent to acquire that customer. But there's more. Your customers aren't just worth the amount of money they spend on your business today, they have future value if you're able to retain them as customers. Customer lifetime value is important because the higher the number, the greater the profits. You will always have to spend money to acquire new customers and to retain existing ones, but the former costs up to 10 times as much depending on your industry. We put together a formula to help you discover how much your customer really means to you. Today's example will focus in on the restaurant industry, but it can be applied to any industry as the concept is the same. So, step 1. We begin by discovering our average ticket per customer. This is usually incredibly easy to pull out of your POS system. For other industries, it might be a little more difficult to discover unless you have a good tracking system in place. For the sake of this example, we're going to say that the average customer's ticket is $10. The next part of step 1 is to determine how many times on average the customer will come in during the month. For this example, we'll say that the average customer comes in 2 times per month. The last part of step 1 is to multiply those together, and then multiply it again by 12. This will give you the yearly value to the customer. And our example, 10 times 2 times 12 equals 140. So this means the average customer is worth 240 when you multiply it by 2 in revenue for your business. Simple enough? Let's move to step 2. Step 2 consists of discovering how long your average customer will continue to visit your store. In the various studies I have found, it says that the average person will live in an area for about 5 years. So using this information, we will take the per year value of a customer and multiply it by the average stay. So for our example, $240 times 5 years equals $1,200. So for each customer alone, it's worth $1,200. Not bad, but it doesn't tell the whole story. People rarely eat alone at a sit-down restaurant. If your restaurant is good and it has great service, that person will tell at least one other person who will ultimately decide to try your restaurant. And this is the very conservative figure. So that brings us to step number 3. We'll take our life per customer total and multiply it by 1 referral. So for this example, it's $1,200 times 2, which now takes us up to $2,400 per customer. And now we're talking. But we still haven't completed the LTV yet. When someone goes to eat at a restaurant, they rarely eat alone. As a matter of fact, studies have shown that when someone goes out to eat, the average people per meal is usually around 2.3. How you have a third of a person, I'll never know. Just kidding. But that brings us to the total value. We take our $2,400 and we multiply it by 2.3 and we get $5,520 per customer. So every person who walks through your door now means that you have the potential to make over $5,000 with them, not $10. This is why the LTV of your customer is important. When you start adopting these philosophies and you can show it to your waitstaff, the attitude will change. Your bottom line will change. You'll be on your way to opening up the next restaurant, and you'll also find ways to increase it. And time. Do you agree with what we discussed today? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this kind of information, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. If there's something you want to discuss, Let us know in the comments below. Until next Monday, we'll see you later.